Good afternoon, everybody. So I am out here in my little homemade teepee that I threw together. Just doing my first burn of my new hot tent stove. So let me turn this around so you can check it out. There it is right here, guys. This is my new little stove for my tent. I am converting an ice fishing tent into a hot tent. And I purchased this and I'm doing my first burn. As you can see, the heat from the chimney here has turned the nice silver into that nice bronzy color, which I kind of like anyway. But as you can see, as it goes up and it gets cooler, that was the silver up there. If you notice the wire that I have wrapped around the top there, I found this chimney just a little wobbly, so for safety reasons, I just wired it off to the side. So I have done a lot of research on these little stoves, and this one here sold me for a couple different reasons, and I'll tell you about them. The first one was that hot plate right there. It is fantastic. It got very warm very, very quickly. I had the kindling in there just to start the fire, and that was already a lot warmer than the actual stove. And if I can open this up here so you can take a peek. Got a nice little fire in there. This is quite hot. Like, it's quite warm in here. This tool came with it. And the other thing that sold me on this was those side racks. I think those are going to be very, very useful as time goes on. Drying my mittens or my insoles of my boots, or even just throwing my kettle off to the side. I think that's going to be very, very useful when the time comes to actually putting this in use. I have 2 weeks to my first outing. I am converting a ice fishing tent into a hot tent because as I'm getting older, I find that to crawl in and out of a tent, it was just taking me away from doing things that I liked because it was hard. My knees can't really handle it anymore. So I miss all this stuff. So I was watching a few things online and watched a guy convert a hot ice fishing tent to a hot tent, and that was perfect. Walk in, walk out, you're done. And the one I purchased is insulated, so I think this is going to be a nice little addition instead of using that buddy heater that I have. Other than that, guys, I did get, as you saw at the top here, I do have more pieces for that chimney, but what I did was, of my teepee, the way I have it, it would be very close to the wood. So for safety reasons, I just put a few in there. But yeah, the only downfall so far about this stove is the fact that the chimney's a little wobbly, and I would advise to have it tied off somewhere, probably on the outside if you're using it through with an actual hot tent. And a stove jack, you could probably tie it off to something outside, just with some wire, especially if it got windy. Like, this is quite high teepee, so to have that in a regular tent, you would probably be able to reach something outside quite easily. Okay, guys, that's it. That's all I have to report today. Very happy with my new little stove. It's warming up beautiful in here. So, okay, have a great day, guys.